You guys all read the script, right?
Lana, Ramon vouches for them. I vouch for him.
These three were my best friends.
Fuck those guys.
Everybody love everybody!
Welcome to Vouch for Me. My name's Papa Nasty. I have with me Eric Westfall.
Hey everybody, what's going on?
And Abel Ham Lincoln.
Hello there.
And we are watching The Iron Claw.
Cue dramatic music.
Cue trauma immediately.
Yes, this was Eric's film. You son of a bitch, you tricked us. And definitely a big tearjerker. We had discussed last 15 minutes about breaking down certain scenes because it was very potent on some of the scenes in there that were traumatic. And guys, heavy spoilers alert. We're going to be deep diving. So Eric, please start us off.
All right, so this movie I watched actually after watching Ricky Stenicki because I'm like, oh, hey, it's Zac Efron. It's something serious. It's another A24 film, you know, from watching Talk to Me not long ago. And I was like, what could go wrong? What on earth? I brought it up. I was like, hey, there's a cool movie with Zac Efron and he looks like he's a wrestler. I don't know anything about this. And then Abel, he's like, yeah, I saw that in the theater. It was really good. And so I was like, yeah, how about we do that movie? That's a great idea.
I purposely opted not to reveal anything about it because I wanted you to experience it the way I did.
So we're just literally handing off traumas to one another. And so, yeah, absolutely tear jerking, heart wrenching. It made me want to do more research into the family.
And it is an absolute crime that they got zero recognition for this film. Zac Efron is a prime actor.
Yes.
Everyone in this film, even the baby. At one point, the baby of Kevin and Pam, like, it was like trying to console the mother while she's getting angry. And I'm like, that baby's an incredible actor. I think that she's like one. Oh my God.
It has to go as one of the underrated films of the year. It was fucking great.
The underrated film of the year.
The underrated film. Abel, how many times did you cry? Like, I'm wearing sunglasses right now in our Discord talk because
I almost did a couple times. One scene almost completely broke me, but I held strong.
Mr. Westballs, how many times did you cry?
I cried mostly at the end. I actually expected to cry more throughout the movie, but I guess luckily I didn't.
You spoiled it for yourself, didn't you? No, you spoiled it for yourself.
I really didn't spoil it for myself. It's just because he was tough through the movie. Like, it kept hitting him, but he kept like bottling it up. But the moment he finally did cry, and it really went into the whole scene of, you know, him seeing his brothers carry. But the thing is, I kept crying after the movie was over. So I just laid in bed and just cried for a while and just I leaned into it. I was like, fuck it. Yeah. I stayed up like 2 hours just thinking about this fucking movie. It got me. The first person to see it, though, was Abel, though. I don't even know how he got to see it.
Yeah, fuck. You could have given us a heads up, Abes.
I saw it in theaters. It was a recommendation of a coworker, and also I like Zac Efron, so I was like, I'll check it out.
Super cash. Did you make your girlfriend watch it?
Yeah, we went together. You
twisted bastard. Did she cry?
Sick invite, Abel, you piece of shit.
I think so. She liked it, though.
Oh, good. She did like it. Yeah, she would appreciate something like that, I feel like. She's smart.
I love how Zac Efron is the only guy with that haircut that can fuck all our girlfriends. and
we'd be okay with it, yeah.
No, I wouldn't be okay with it.
I would brag to other people.
But I'd be like, she'd be like, it was Zac Efron. I'm like, with that haircut, though? She'd be like, yeah.
Specifically with the haircut.
No, that's the fucked up part. That haircut was so bad. Yeah, you guys are going to see. He keeps it from a childhood all the way till he's a fucking grown-ass man. You're just like, oh, is it going to change when he's 30? No. Is it going to change when he's fucking 40? Apparently not. He just keeps that shitty fucking haircut the whole time.
Bro, that's the luscious locks of the 80s. You just got to accept it. That's what prime male...
It's like One Direction and the bowl cut fucked. That's what they gave. They gave us a Zac Efron shitty haircut that would fuck our girlfriends. That's the sad part.
I like how the film we establish pretty much in the opening title screen the kind of person their father Fritz is. Like, the movie just opens silently with the title drop, and it's just a close-up of his dad just stomping on his opponent in the ring or something. And then, like, the referee keeps trying to stop him, but he just keeps on going and, like, doing shit.
Yeah, he's a heel.
Yeah.
But he's actually, guys, spoiler alert, he's a piece of shit. So heads up on that.
Yeah, and then as he's leaving with his family after the fight's all over and everything, he just sounds so delusional. It's like, I'm trying to secure our future. I'm gonna be the champion. You know, like he just sounds so delulu while they're living in a fucking trailer.
Yeah, dude, brother was delusional throughout the entirety of the film. I do want to dig into, while we have the opportunity to talk about Fritz von Erich's career in real life. He was portrayed by Holt McCallany, and he plays Jack Fritz von Erich. Did you know that he really was the heel of, in his era, which was the 60s and 70s, he portrayed a Nazi early on. He really did. That's why he chose the name.
Yeah, because they're German ass name.
His name was Adkisson, but his mother's last name was von Erich. So he chose that. He donned a literal cape. It didn't have the Nazi insignia, luckily.
The swastika.
But it still was red with a symbol on it. So he was the heel, but eventually he did, get rid of it. And then he tried to fight for the title. But of course, after being the heel for so long, they weren't going to give that to him. Come on.
Yeah, you're telling me a Nazi family can't win American title and the family's cursed or whatever? No, because 9.
Somebody tell Kanye West he can't do that.
But the funny part is they lived in Texas, the most of fucking it's not even a state, it's a republic of the United States, but it's fucking hilarious though. It's like what?
Yeah, shit is bonkers. But that was a really good way to open it though, Abel. Showing the movie itself, showing his career, showing that they're living out of the van, showing that he's trying to live outside of his means right out the gate because he sees something for himself and his family.
He rented an expensive car that he clearly could not afford, which is why his wife was chewing him out for it or something.
Dude, he could have, with the money he paid on that caddy, he could have gotten easily a down payment for a fucking home instead of living them in a trailer.
But then they couldn't travel for his endeavors, for his passion, because as we see throughout the movie, not only did he strip his wife of her passions and impose his passions not only on her, but on his entire family. Mm-hmm. And that is I feel like it's a very pinnacle part of the movie.
Textbook toxic masculinity. He doesn't see his children as children. He just sees them as extensions of himself.
Would we say toxic masculinity or would we say narcissist? Because I feel like he fits more in the realm of a narcissist.
What's the difference?
Get out. Okay.
Yeah, they can be both.
There is masculinity that can be a positive thing.
Depending which cunt you're talking to.
All right, so basically what Andrew Tate would say in this situation
Your boy Andrew Tate.
What Andrew Tate would say is, fuck them kids, get them in here because I run a sex trafficking ring.
But if you do break down every situation that they do have conversation with, every conversation that the kids have with the father, anything, it always comes back to him bringing about his situation or what he feels like could be. He's this classic narcissist behavior.
Because he never got a championship, he is like, you kids are going to get it for me because I never got it.
No, it's because he's a Nazi, Abe.
Yeah.
And you can't trust Nazis.
Yeah, but zero accountability. He's not responsible for his own failures.
Yeah, no.
Perfect depiction.
He blames everybody else like, I should have won, but the committee didn't want to give it to me.
But no, every situation, he's like, they did you dirty, but they also did me, and I'm not gonna let that happen. It's like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna fix it. You're like, you piece of shit, you fucking totally turned it from what it was him to you, and then now you're gonna be the hero. Fuck you, you
Only
asshole.
thing you fixed was you fixed the books, you piece of shit. But anyways, we'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. So post this showing him, we get introduced to Zac Efron, who's Kevin. And so this is what, the early 80s at this point? It's got to be the early 80s, if not. Yeah, it has to be the early 80s. So we get introduced to Kevin, who is the prize horse for the father, for lack of a better term. And so he
openly called his favorite.
A second favorite. Carrie, who was off. So let's establish this really quick. In terms of reality, they actually had 6 sons. And so in the movie, there are 4 sons depicted, 5 sons depicted, 1 who died at a very young age, and then there were 4 in the standing, and the father openly ranked them, and he said, we all know, he's talking to his youngest son, who was his least favorite. He was like, we all know Carrie's my favorite, Kevin comes second, then David, and then you, Mike, but those aren't solid. You could always move up in the ranks. I'm like, what the?
Isn't it David that's number 1? Because it's not Kevin. Kevin is number 2.
Kevin's number 2, but Carrie's number 1. Carrie is he's off the Olympics.
Kerry is he's an Olympian, but he's not a wrestler.
I know. I agree with you entirely.
Abe's, spin it back and check for us. Who was number?
Later, David becomes the crowd favorite, but at first it is Kevin. So if we're talking first act, that is the rankings.
When he gives that breakfast ranker,
Yes.
I believe it's shit, man. Maybe it is.
I
Kerry.
bet you $50.
I'll bet you $30.
That's not how that works.
Fine, I'll bet you 50.
No way, we're
I'll
not
bet you
gonna
50.
bet because I don't want to bet because I know I'm right and I don't want your money.
No, I'll bet you 50.
All right, I bet you 50.
I bet you it's David, then Kevin, then Kerry.
All right, well, I guess take a minute. Abel, you want to Google it? I mean, I guess I'll Google it.
Yeah, please. No, I don't trust you.
I still have the movie on YouTube. I'll go to that scene.
Yeah.
Let's see, Iron Claw.
You guys, we're gonna take a quick moment break.
So we're gonna take a quick break for toxic masculinity.
Yeah, this break is brought to you by our sponsor. We currently don't have one, so we are looking for sponsors if anyone is interested. Please contact.
It starts out Kerry, Kevin, David, then Mike. But since Kerry's not available as he's at the Olympics, he just settles with Kevin because Kevin's the only one actively pursuing wrestling at that point in time. Because Kerry was training to be a discus thrower.
And then also there's a little exchange between the dad and Carrie. And he says, "Oh, Carrie, you were the best linebacker in Texas." And then also the dad's mentioned several times how he was going to be a professional football player, but he injured himself, so he had to go to wrestling. And so he sees himself the most in Carrie is what I interpreted from those short exchanges.
Yeah, and of course, Mike is the unfavorite because he's the most pussy out of all his sons. He's the one who wants to be a musician.
Yeah, he's the scrawny boy. And the irony of that is the dad was a clarinet player or some shit. Maybe not clarinet. He was an instrument player.
Yeah, the wife mentions that that's how what he did when she met him or something.
Okay. So Eric, give him $50.
I don't want your money. I really don't want it. I was just so confident in my knowledge that's why I threw that out there. Yeah, I might have won the battle, but I might have won the battle, but I didn't win the war.
You know, the tragedy is that his individual sons probably all could have succeeded in their individual aspirations if he just encouraged them, and instead he just kept pushing them specifically into wrestling. Mike could have been in a popular band. Gary could have just worked at the Olympics.
Oh yeah, if we tangent real quick, this movie is going to involve a lot of speculation and a lot of personal opinions. So I just want to say that first and foremost. I completely agree. Considering the success of the Von Erichs, if Mike chose to be a musician, he would have been successful. It's just straightforward. He would have had enough. They would have known his last name. He could have used that last name and propelled himself into stardom.
Yeah, he could have used the connections he built from the wrestling association that his family has.
That's what literally pisses me off, that he could have been a great man.
Yeah, because ultimately they're entertainers, and entertainers know when shows need to be filled, so they could have just got him connects to as an opening act for a bigger band or something to get their name out there. But we'll never know.
So the thing is, the biggest downfall of the family is going to be the father. As you guys just explained, is going to be the recurring theme as we're going to see throughout the film. Spoiler, sorry. Eric, you want to break down the first act?
What I do want to break down is I want to break down the characters and I want to break down the setting, since that is what is introduced in the first act. So we are taken to their home in Texas, but actually it was shot in Baton Rouge, Louisiana in October 2022.
Baton Rouge.
Oh, Baton Rouge.
It's French. Louisiana is mostly French names.
Let me try this one more time. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All right. Anyways.
No, what? No, that's Italian.
I don't know what that was.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, sorry. Anyways.
Yeah, he was moving his hand when he did that too.
I felt Italian. I really felt Italian. All right.
Yeah, you want Italian. Yeah, you do it again. Think dirty swamp people with a splash of French.
So it was filmed in Baton Rouge, Louisiana in October 2022, and it lasted 6 weeks, which is incredible to me. Not only that, but
they shot that fast.
Damn.
The Dallas Sportatorium, which is predominantly where most of this takes place, that was extremely important for the setting of the Von Erichs as well as Texas as a state. It turns out that even if you weren't into wrestling, you knew who the Von Erichs were because they were such a public presence. And portraying the Dallas Sportatorium is literally one of the most important parts of this film. And the last thing I do want to bring up before we start digging into the individual characters is What's so fucking cool is all of the wrestling matches that they did were performed full length, one takes in front of a live audience. And it was literally held in a furniture store that was converted to appear as the Dallas Sportatorium. Can you fucking believe that?
That's awesome.
So fucking fascinating. I love that shit so much. So let's break down the Von Erichs really quick, because that is also who we're introduced to in the beginning of the film. And you guys are more than welcome to jump in here whenever you want. But of course, we have Zac Efron. He plays Kevin Von Erich. Right now, he has the best shot at winning the title, which is their father's dream. Who we had mentioned earlier was Jack Fritz Von
Erich.
Fritz Von Erich, yes. Portrayed by Holt McCallany.
No, the Nazi thing still cracks me up. It's like, our family's cursed.
They omitted that from the film for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our family, yeah.
As if we needed even less reason to like this guy.
They never gave me a chance. They're gonna fuck with us, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, because you were a fucking Nazi, bro. What the fuck? No one... So the funny thing is, I watched a lot of reviews on this fucking movie. No one ever brings that up. And I think it's so funny that you address that, because it's like, oh, shit, like that's...
It was completely omitted from the film.
Mm-hmm. And it's fucking... It makes sense now, because we're just like, what's wrong with this family? Maybe because of the fucking Jewish blood that you guys spilled, you fucks.
Well, okay. He wasn't a real Nazi.
Yeah, he wasn't a real Nazi. He just adopted the persona of one.
Nonetheless, there is probably a curse. Yeah, there's some sort of curse that came upon them. Come on.
It's called sucking at being responsible and sucking at your sport.
So if we go in order of rankings as well, as per the father, we have Jeremy Allen White, our dude from The Bear, Lip from Shameless. He plays Kerry Von Erich. In the beginning of the film, he's absent because he's off and he's going to be he's part of the Olympics and he's going to the Olympics. Everyone's fucking proud of him. So right now it's Zac Efron, Kevin, as well as David Von Erich, played by Harris Dickinson, who is actually a British gentleman, by the way. So he had to do a whole ass Texas accent and hide it well, and everyone agreed that he did an incredible job. And then the final brother, Stanley Simons, he played Mike Von Erich. And there's a few people along the way too. The mother, there's a girlfriend, that sort of thing. So I guess let's start from the beginning then, because we established the characters, established the environment. And what I really enjoyed was when Kevin, he finishes up one of his matches. He's outside signing autographs, and then we got Pam coming up to him. Ooh, do you guys remember that part?
Played by Lily Collins, I believe.
Oh, cool. Did you recognize her? I didn't know who that was.
From Baby Driver, the waitress.
Baby Driver.
No way. Our girl, Lily. I love that movie. I mean, I think I do. I liked it when I first
Yeah, you told us that you loved it. Yeah, I remember you were like, you guys gotta watch this film. I jerked off to 10 times.
Yeah, it was mostly the high-speed chases.
It was mostly Yeah. Pam is a wild girl. She knows what she wants. She's it was kind of funny to see that she was schooling him, you're supposed to ask these questions. You're supposed to blah, blah, blah. You're like, Jesus, Pam.
I was respecting that big time, bro. When she was like, did your parents never teach you to ask questions? And I was literally there no. I'm sitting there oh, I'm taking notes right now.
My mistake, Lily James.
Yeah, but that scene also was it's pretty powerful, because you see that Kevin is not... He's not ready for those questions, which is funny because you guys see him in later scenes where he's talking I'm gonna take Eric Westfall and I'm gonna drop him off from the top rope or whatever. But he's ready for all these questions.
Clearly has zero social skills in Riz.
Yeah, and his fucking, because his parents have sheltered him. They all live at home. Spoiler alert. But yeah, they all live at home. He's just, their life is all about wrestling, nothing about the outside world.
Their relationship is pretty much starts off with her making all the first moves, basically.
I love that, though. I genuinely do enjoy that. That technically is the 80s. For some reason, this is something that Abel and I discussed beforehand, was because it takes place in the South, just their style and everything, I kept thinking the movie was in the fucking 70s or the 60s even.
The rural South tends to be a little bit behind the times.
It definitely looked older. And then I had to oh, this is the 80s. This is 85 or something or it probably wasn't 85, but it was the 80s. So it was awesome of her to go up, approach him, know exactly what she wanted. And you know what? You have to commend her, because through everything he dealt with, she stuck with him till the end. She knew what she wanted. She wanted that hot piece of meat, Zac Efron, Baywatch looking motherfucker.
As clueless as he was.
Big old dummy with those big old muscles.
Yeah, she literally saw him, and then she started just like in her. She just started singing. Come on, help me out here, Abel. High School Musical. Come on.
Oh, just whatever High School Musical song. Like,
I need. What's the first song they sing together?
You Are the Music in Me.
Yeah. So she literally sees him and starts singing "You Are the Music in Me," and then he comes along and he's like, "Yeah." And then the dad comes out of nowhere, get your head in the game. All right. That's not what's going on.
No, shut the fuck up.
That fits a little too well. And then all he wants to do is just scream.
Guys, there is a funny thing, and I don't know if you can look into this, Eric, but why is Kevin Von Erich always barefoot when he's wrestling compared to the other brothers?
Oh, I didn't even
The
notice
whole
that.
time he's fucking barefoot, and it freaks me out, man.
Possibly a preference. I don't know.
I don't know, it freaks me out though, but I see that he was barefoot every time, and I'm like,
The thing we do got to bring up is Papa Nasty is a wrestler. And then before you want to take a step back and say, yeah, but these are scripted fights. Another cool thing about this was the Von Erichs in this time, which was the fucking early 80s, they beat the shit out of people. They didn't give a fuck. You come to their ring. I know it's supposed to be scripted, but they literally would beat the crap out of you. The dad was known for being vicious. Like that fucking iron claw he did was no joke. He truly like gripped your skull and dug his fucking fingers in. So there was a point, we'll talk about that later, where Kevin gets thrown on his back. Does that happen in the first act?
Yeah. It's what demotes him from being the favorite and promotes David as the favorite. It's like towards the end of the first act.
I mean, we can skip ahead because, most of this first act is them establishing their relationships, which you realize these brothers are.
I wanted to touch on like one more thing before we move on to show like how the dynamic's going to start slowly shifting from Kevin to David. Is that, like I mentioned, Kevin has zero fucking social skills and riz. And during that promo for an upcoming fight, he does not know how to talk shit. He's supposed to be like getting hyped, talking shit about the other guy, and he just keeps stammering over his words. And yeah, later we see that David is really good at that. He's really good at talking shit. He knows how to like channel like a fighter's charisma to get people invested. And that's already like starting to set the seeds that like he's probably going to replace him as the pseudo favorite at the moment.
Yeah. David laughing at him the whole time while he was trying to do his fucking...
I was like, I'll play devil's advocate. It would be really hard trying to record something while your brother's just standing there laughing at you. Like, bro, you're throwing me off. Turn around or get the fuck out of here.
So we did skip around a little bit. I mean, it all works out. We're still in the first act. But I did want to bring up, Papa Nasty, you did wrestling. Could you even imagine being on this level? Like, I know it's not as, like, Olympic wrestling, if you will, but they still, like, were physically fighting one another, even if it was choreographed.
would it feel like Papa Nasty needs a hand? Could Papa Nasty not handle the slam? No, Papa Nasty could totally fucking fuck some bitches up.
Brother, this is incredible.
No, I can't do it.
No,
I can't
that was
do it.
great.
I almost had it, but I can do it.
He's practicing his promo for the fight against the Master Stada.
I was gonna riff or something, but
He's gonna do the Iron Claw.
No,
I'm gonna do the Iron Taint.
it'd be the what would it be, like the Nasty Slam, the Nasty Nacho?
Oh my god!
What would it be?
The Nasty Nacho.
The Nasty Nacho. No. So, no. Can I imagine the difference? No, I mean I could see like how the wrestling those two could like coincide with each other, but no, I mean what's funny is like for a while there, after high school and like you're like, what am I gonna do with my life? I was like, what if I got into wrestling? But I realized I'm only like 5'7.5". I am too short. I mean, I'm barely taller than Rey Mysterio, which that's like the smallest knowledge of wrestling I know. But then when I looked it up, Zac Efron is playing Kevin Von Erich, who is 6'2", and I looked up Zac Efron's height. He is 5'8". We're only half an inch apart. God damn it.
Bro, I love all the short actors. None of us realize how short they are. It's awesome.
Short Kings.
The short kings, and I know I'm taller than Abel, so Abel is 5'7". I'm 5'7.5". Abel's 5'6", everybody, and then Eric is like 5'5".
I'm as a nurse once told me, I'm 5'10 3/4. She made sure to let me know I wasn't 5'11". She really went in there. I don't know what she was trying to get, but
She's trying to tear you down.
I know I didn't even
Cunt
need
in
it.
3/4, Eric. I hope you know that.
Yeah, bro, I was. It was 9 a.m. I wasn't even in there. I was just like trying to get through my day, and she just wanted to bring me down a peg. Jesus Christ.
You and your little PP are not even 5'11".
I know I should have been like, hey, I got something else for you to measure, and then I would have been in jail, and we would have been doing this over the phone.
You want to see this hog? You want to see what it's about? Okay. Like, okay, Eric, why are you drunk at 9 o'clock in the morning?
You want to? Oh yeah, you want to see this prairie dog? Wait, why is it a prairie dog? What? It's gone. It's gone. It's there. It's
When's the last
gone.
time you shaved?
It's the savannah. You don't understand. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. All right. Anyways, it's getting weird.
It's getting dark and weird.
Okay, you know what's great? Carrie does come back. I don't know. Long story short, we're coming back to wherever we're at right now. Carrie does come back because they canceled the Olympics because it's the 80s. And I don't know what war was going on at the time, but I think it was the second coming of like the Red Scare.
It's the middle of the Cold War in the 80s.
Yep. So they said, we're not going to the Olympics. So Carrie's dreams go out the window. He comes home, and then the dad's like, you want to wrestle?
No, he doesn't even ask us. He doesn't even ask fucking Carrie. He's like, son, they stole away. He just fucking does his narcissist fucking manipulating thing where he's like, they stole away from your dream just like they stole away from mine. So you're going to come and wrestle with us.
Yeah, no, I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear what Papa Nasty had to say.
Oh, no, I just dug a little. So the 1980 Summer Olympics boycott. The Olympics were going to be held in Russia, so the U.S. boycotted it to protest the Soviets invading Afghanistan at the time.
Oh, okay. That absolutely makes sense.
We get even more juice about Fritz slowly not favoring Kevin anymore because even though he won his fight against Harley Race, I believe, his dad just chewed him out for like, how dare you not get up after being suplexed into fucking concrete? Stop being a bitch and get up.
Yeah, dude was suplexed into fucking concrete.
Yeah, Harley Race basically did an illegal move on him. Like, they were fighting outside the ring, and he suplexed him onto solid-ass concrete.
And I did feel bad about that, but then I heard about how the Von Erichs definitely would like blatantly beat the shit out of people, and Kevin was the worst offender of that, where he would just literally not pull any punches. And so I was like, once I heard about that, I was like, maybe he was getting a little taste of what he was doing. So I did feel bad in the movie context, but then in reality, I'm like, he might have deserved that.
And then David also hops in, gets on the mic, and starts talking shit to Harley Race, and that's also another thing that gives him bonus points to move up the favorite ladder.
Mm-hmm. Nasty.
There was one thing we forgot to address. When he does go on his date with Pam, Kevin / Zach, they go down the deep dive of like the curse and a few other things and, you know, what Kevin wants. But she provides him with something that he's not been getting, because we have scenes where his mom, his dad
Affection?
neglect him. She gives him affection. She fucking hops the table nearly, gives him a big hug, and makes him feel something.
Doesn't even know how to react, honestly.
Yeah, and he's a guy that's social, and he gets, because he doesn't know how to have those social interactions, but she gives him something that he's never felt before, genuine love. And it's kind of funny because she's already like imagining a life. She's already telling what she wants in her life, and he jumps on it. And then her response is like, she just gives him immediate, undying, conditional love. Not, maybe it's not undying, but like she gives him that like intense love that he's never felt before. And you see that look in his eye, like, oh my God, this is something he's never had. And then we have all these things.
If we take a look at what the mom kind of keeps saying, and what everyone keeps kind of saying, they keep saying, "Oh, that's their business. That's the business between them." Like they don't have like deep conversations.
To be between you and your brothers. Blah blah blah.
You guys can sort that out amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we hear that same line another time later on in the film, but it's like it's just bad fucking cunt parenting.
Oh no, we're gonna dig into that more by the end of the film, dude.
No. It's the family curse.
It's the family curse.
It's a family curse. But no, like that scene is like, I'm like, yeah, we need. I have it in my notes. I'm like, we totally almost brushed over it. But anyways, go back to Abe's. Sorry, buddy.
No, absolutely. No, that was important.
Yeah, I basically was just summing up that, yeah, at this point, Kevin's moving down the favorites ladder. Kerry comes back because his career hopes were dashed, and so now he's joining wrestling. And now all three of them are competing against each other for Dad's affection as wrestlers for the family.
But what we do get is a great scene of Kerry, David, and Kevin hopping in the ring to doing a 3-on-3 tag team tournament. Dude, that was a great fucking scene. The choreography there. Yeah. They all jumped in the ring at the same time and they just started beating the shit out of those guys. And it's funny because I was watching an interview of them talking about it. And, you know, we got fucking Zac Efron, 5'8", and they were like, yeah, these guys were giants. Yeah, these guys were huge. And I'm like, in real life, I would never have put a fucking finger on this guy. But yeah, no, 3v3. They win that tournament and they win the belts, right? They win the six-man
tag team champion.
Remember, they're like the weight difference, a combined total of over 600 pounds or whatever.
690 pounds. I was like, what are they, 230 each?
And then those guys are like 590, 570 or some shit like that.
Yeah,
so it's kind of funny.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And you're like,
oh my God.
Wait a minute, what? But it's kind of funny that like if we're going to address anything, the physique difference between Zac Efron and his brothers, it's like, holy shit.
Well, David was, in real life, allegedly, David was renowned as being the quote-unquote least muscular. He was just the most charismatic as well as, like, the tallest one. And so he was, like, the most intimidating, imposing, and he got the, public... At the end of the day, it all comes down to the public's perception. So it's like how well you do. It's not necessarily can you beat the shit out of anybody. It's like, can you put on a good show and can you talk the talk afterwards? Because that's what the people want.
Which is what he was ultimately better at.
But he looked more like we're talking about David.
He was the better shit talker and the better entertainer.
Well, I was like Kevin overall, like Zac Efron's character. I'm like, he's like the most jacked out of everybody in the film. I'm like, yeah, doesn't that guy look more like the champion? But then you realize throughout the film and watching how wrestling actually is, which it's pretty cool because you don't see these, nobody ever addresses the insights of wrestling. Mm-hmm. That there's more than just like looking the part, it's talking the part, doing what you need to be the part, having the things with the part. There's all these other factors that go into being, which the dad addressed kind of the beginning of being the champion.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's absolute. There is so much more to it. It's political as well as physique. I was like, why do these guys have to work out so fucking much? And it's like they have to look the part. Okay,
just like actors.
I want to ask this question. Also, this is why I believe that Zac Efron was perfect for this role, was because all of these men are actors and they constantly have to seek validation in order to fulfill these roles. And so being able to play a role where they're seeking the validation of their father and trying to do any means necessary, it probably hit way too close to home is all I got to say. But after this fight, is this when we're introduced to the fact that they're all doing steroids?
Yeah.
Is this when the needle comes out? When we see the needle?
I think so, and it's also when we see their just general substance abuse when they take Mike to that party or something. Since he's like, all the brothers are in town, let's go hang out. And like, I got a show to play. Like, you want to come with? Let's go to the college, man.
Yeah, the mom, like, I first sure think she's being a hard ass, but in reality, it's like, no, you guys are all going to do a bunch of hard drugs because in real life, they actually downplayed it for the movie, but in real life, it was bad. Like what these guys were doing, like they were on a ton of drugs. It was insane.
Yeah, they were doing coke at the party. And I believe Carrie's the one who's like visibly the most alcoholic, right? Or was that David?
And in real life as well, Carrie was the most off. Yeah, he was the one that was the heaviest into drug abuse, which is sad.
Of course, it would be the washed up Olympian.
Ah, that's so sad to hear, though. God damn. Yeah, so we get the sick fight, and then immediately afterwards we get the cool party scene, and then we get the marriage.
Yeah, Pam and Kevin get married. She decided to just tie him down right there after fucking him in the truck.
we get the steroid scene way after the partying scene.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're at least introduced to their substance abuse at the party.
We get the fight match where Zach and his he's fighting that opponent and he's like, and his brother kind of steals the limelight at the end of it. But it was funny in that scene they show like Zac Efron's character is 6'2" and blah 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 and 222 pounds, but in actuality he's like 5'8". That's where I'm like, son of a bitch. Zac Efron is actually is this weight.
He's still hung up on that.
He's the angel, and also he's second place. Weird, he's 222 pounds. Anyways, yeah, he's hung up on it. Let's go. Okay, so we do get the party scene. We get to see Mike express himself. Mm-hmm. We're so proud of him.
Just be a happy musician. Enjoy while it lasts, kid.
It was a great time. We see who's a party animal, who's going good. We see that Kevin is a virgin. And Pam she loves it. She's like, oh.
A little experienced.
Yeah, she's like, you sweet thing. And she fucking.
Is there a problem with that? You have a problem with that?
No, it was fucking super cute. It was hilarious.
No, that's the way she did it. She was like,
oh, yeah, she was all mad.
Yeah.
She's like, what's that problem? He's like,
Like, you have a problem that I'm not a virgin?
we're like, Pam, you a hoe, but.
I know, but then she's like, you sweet thing. And man, if anybody told me that, I would be butter. I'd just be melted butter right there.
Bustin'.
Yeah, I know. I'm like literally right then and there. I was like, they had condoms in the 80s. What the fuck are you doing, you fucking morons? And I'm pretty sure, when did birth control come out? I'm like, brother, come on, get on this shit. But anyways, it is the South. But regardless.
Yeah, no, if they had a baby, it was God's plan.
But yeah, I'm reeling it in. Reel it in.
And then shortly afterwards, then we get
They tie the knot.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what did matter though? Mike's song that he sung that night, it actually gets used later as their walk-on song.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I could pull it up. I could probably look it up real quick. Well, exactly what the song was. It was a cover of a song.
We also see that the Von Erichs, they work hard, they fucking kill in the gym, but they also party hard, which is not something we really talk about.
And then at their wedding, that's when David reveals that he's sick or something. He's forgot what he's got, but it's like pretty bad. And he's totally playing it off. And Kevin's like, you need to go to the hospital. He's like, I can't go to the hospital. I got to be in Japan for a fight.
He is something ruptured and basically went septic, if I recall it correctly.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he had basically he was poisoning his own body.
Mm.
The fact that it was that was really what freak anomaly though. And that's the hardest part is like, of all the things that happened to this poor family, that truly was. Wait, are we skipping ahead? What about the marriage and then David?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, because I thought we were talking about the toxic shock syndrome. That's my bad.
Yeah, no, that's something else. No, I'm looking at like the plot synopsis on Wikipedia. So it goes, they defeat the 6-man tag team championship. David is picked to be the new favorite to go fight in Japan. Kevin and Pam get married, and then David confesses that he's ill, but he refuses to get seen, and then he dies in Japan.
That's my bad, but this is what we should. Yeah, that's what we should talk about. They're getting married, and then he catches his brother in the bathroom, fucking throwing up literal blood. You can see blood, and he's like, "Oh, it's just a bug." And I'm like, Kevin is I don't know. I'm sorry, Kevin's the worst brother ever because. Go to the fucking hospital, you moron. I don't care how much you're kicking and screaming, saying that you don't have to go. You threw up blood. You're going to the fucking hospital. This isn't the 60s. This is the fucking 80s. You can't tell me you don't understand some semblance of medical necessity, you fucking morons. You guys are like 25 years old. That's all I got.
You can sort this out amongst yourselves. Go to the hospital. I don't want to. Okay.
They learn to be avoidant from their parents. Yeah, and they're being avoidant of a very serious issue.
All they can do is just ask someone, "Hey, do this," and they're like, "No." Like, all right, well, I can't make you, so you do you.
I'd fight that fucker right then and there if he doesn't want to go.
There was a very interesting scene where like fucking Kevin's parents are like, his mom's like, "Well, doesn't she look good when she actually puts on her makeup or blah blah blah?" She's like, "Oh, when she actually tries," like making fun of Pam. And then the dad's like, "Yeah, they remind me of us when we were young. Let's go somewhere and fuck." And they totally leave the wedding and go bang. It's like, you fucking dicks. Like, they're such assholes. Instead of it being their son's special moment.
I do kind of like that, like, despite all his shortcomings, it seems like Fritz does kind of genuinely love his wife, even if he is an asshole like 90% of the time otherwise.
But in the beginning, I'm like, oh, that poor lady, like, she has to deal with this asshole. And then in actuality, she's also an asshole too. And I'm like, oh, these fucking dickheads deserve each other.
Yeah, like when they had the family cookout in the backyard or something, she seemed to be like reminiscing about like how they met very fondly. Mm-hmm. And he actually like for like a moment actually kind of got flustered. Like, oh, the tough guy act kind of dropped right there.
Yeah, well, because he's a Nazi. So, I mean, we're not going to go to that.
God damn it. Okay, so we got David going to Tokyo. I think he might be, was he going to be pursuing the belt?
He was going to be
Yes.
fighting the title match against Ric Flair there.
He was pursuing. No, he was trying to win the audience over there. So he was having some like easy matches, and then he was going to come back because if he can get the crowd in Japan, there was no point of him going to fight Ric Flair. He had to build up his
Yeah,
audience.
and then he died in the hotel over there.
Yeah, did you know there's a handful of things here that was filmed, like in real life, of course. The matches were filmed. He died, and then they still played the matches on TV. And so while you're watching it, like nobody knew the man I'm watching right now is dead in real life.
Wait,
Secondly, I know.
No. What are you saying?
Well, is
Nate?
the WWE's not live, right?
I don't know. Apes?
At least in this context, it was not live.
Yeah, back then, live sports broadcasts weren't really a thing. They recorded it and then aired it later.
Yeah, so David partook in the matches. He dies in his hotel room. Okay, now he's dead. They still took the footage and they still broadcasted it, even though he was dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they had these good fights. They couldn't let him go to waste.
Yeah, it was pretty
So
fucked.
they were airing footage that he was already. They knew he was dead and that they were just airing still without letting them know. Hey, this guy dead.
Yeah, no R.I.P. David at the end or anything like that. Not as far as I'm aware. The other thing too, this one is a little bit more hearsay, if you will. But you know how he dies because of like a stomach issue, a gastral issue?
Mm-hmm.
So a handful of things here. The family refused to share the autopsy immediately, but later I think they tried to talk about the autopsy. So they're not sure exactly how his stomach burst, but it did. Ric Flair in a book later on said that he was there and that another wrestler that he knew very well was there and that he actually took the pills and flushed them down the toilet so that way no one would see the evidence. So there is a potentiality that he overdosed on drugs. But I don't know if those pills would have burst his stomach because regardless, his stomach did burst. So anyways, fascinating, random, horrible trivia.
Well,
but
that's typically how drug ODs tend to go. I remember reading this thing where like people that try to commit suicide will drug overdose and then try and go to sleep thinking like, oh, I'll just die peacefully in my sleep. No, you're going to be woken up by the feeling of your stomach bursting, then you'll die.
So I truly believe that, I mean, I don't want to spoil the fucking movie, but I'm just saying,
Well, at this point, we know he's dead.
rather than this being an accident, I think this could have been the first suicide. But anyways, I digress.
We'll never know.
David
'Cause
Von
the
Erich
evidence is gone.
dies in Tokyo while he is getting ready to be the fucking champion. And, you know, the family is devastated. They go to his funeral and they come back home. And then almost immediately, the dad tells Carrie, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I never wanted to wrestle. I don't want you guys to follow my footsteps. I wanted you guys to go off under your own professions. But we need this. We need to bring that belt into this house. What the fuck, dude? And then although that, Carrie doesn't even fight back. Like, at this point, like, they should have ganged up on him and beat the shit out of him, in my opinion. But no, Carrie immediately is like, you're absolutely right, father. Yes, sir. I'm gonna fucking be the man you want me to be.
It's because the thing is, they were raised to only understand father's affection and father's orders. Nothing else matters, not even their own personal desires.
Truth be told, Carrie wins the belt.
Kerry rolls over quickly and just kind of turns his back on Kevin. He's like, I'm the new favorite. You can't tell me what to fucking do.
It was wild because like right before the funeral, you know, the dad's all like, take off your sunglasses. There's going to be no tears, blah, blah, blah. Like, talking all this shit. You're like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, it's not about how you're perceived. Like, let them grieve, dude. Like, the whole film, I'm like, I thought at the beginning of the film, that character is always the bad guy. Oh, maybe he'll be good. And the whole film, I'm just like, I hate him, and I hate him, and I hate him more.
And the fact he's worse in real life, you know? And I think, so my mistake was, I'm pretty sure he had that speech with Carrie probably when he first showed up, but then later they have the coin flip, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, they decide by coin flip which one to ultimately fight Flair.
Yeah, so that's how he lured Carrie in to begin with, but then later he sits down with them, tells them to take off the sunglasses, and then says, hey, literally the day of the funeral, they're all crying. That's why they have the sunglasses on. And he's like, time to flip a coin and see who's moving on to the fucking be number one champion of the world.
No crying. He lived his life, blah, blah, blah. You're like, you fucking...
Yeah, and for anybody that might be Southern and that we are offending them with our accents, like, I don't know, like maybe we're just trying to do like an appropriate depiction of this guy. I mean, he's just pissing us off, and so we're just really leaning into his character.
If you guys really have a problem, you can always come down to Washington and suck our dicks.
I believe it's come up to Washington, sir.
What did I
Unless
say?
they were
Yeah,
to-
come up to Washington and then
Yeah.
come and suck our dicks. Yep. And it'll be all fine and dandy. But if you have a problem with it, you can come on down here to Washington, Yakima, and you can take turns between sucking Abel's, Eric's, and mine dick.
Now, in fact, I'll just host you, and then Papa Nasty is gonna take you on one by one, but then he's gonna get gassed in 30 seconds, and then you guys can just gang up on him.
Yeah, no, I mean,
45, my bad.
I gave you a minute, you fuck.
Hey, he did. He could overwhelm. Don't get me wrong. It just as long as you can dance around him a bit, you got this, guys. I promise.
I don't think we're talking about sucking dick at this point.
Are we still talking about sex or okay? Anyways,
So Carrie was voted as the one who's gonna fight Flair, but then he ultimately just throws that down the toilet because he gets drunk and goes motorcycle riding in the
he
middle of the night.
wins. He wins.
Who's he fighting?
Ric Flair.
Woo! No, just kidding. Sorry.
He brings home the belt.
Yeah.
He puts what I love about this. He brings home the belt. He puts it on the table. The whole room's depicted in darkness because it's not a joyous moment. And he immediately gets drunk and gets on that fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, and then he throws his future there because he loses his foot in an accident.
He held the world champion title for 18 days, and then Ric Flair went and won it back in Japan 18 days later. Kerry Von Erich had the shortest legacy of an individual who won the world championship in real life. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It's just funny that it just ends up going like that. And so, let me see. And so it says like here, after that, Kevin has his newborn son Ross, and then he pretty much like pleads with Pam to like let him change his son's name because he fears the curse will affect his children too.
Yeah, right there when they picked up the child, I think they had to sign the documents, and he's like, "Let me make one change, Atkinson." The part you were talking about earlier, what's fucking crazy between what's depicted in the movie and what's depicted in real life. Kerry Von Erich, he gets on that fucking motorcycle drunk. He rides that shit into the horizon. Obviously eats shit, fucks up his leg and fucks up his foot. Actually doesn't lose his foot right away. But what does he do as a toxic masculine individual?
Keeps training.
He starts training on it. And then within a matter of weeks, they have to amputate it because he started getting on it too early.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know, that shit's fucking bonkers, isn't it? Poor man. So he does get it amputated, and then he still does recover, and he still does get back into wrestling, regardless of the fact he has an amputee
Then he
foot.
tries using a prosthetic leg at that point.
Yep.
And at this point, that's when they start training. They force wrestling onto Mike now.
Yeah, he's got to get into it. I like in the movie, at least Kevin is the one training him, and so you can tell he's
trying to be more lenient than
yeah.
Fritz would be.
He's strict, but he's not like fucking, harsh like the dad is.
Yeah, like dumbass like the dad.
So this all obviously goes very well for Mike Von Erich. I mean, he must go on to become the champion. He's the strongest of them all. Nothing could possibly go wrong with them having their youngest, most feeble son join the team.
Who was the least interested in it to begin with.
Yeah, right? I mean, you know what he did? He gave up music for wrestling because he was truly passionate about it, and he rose to the top. That's clearly what it was.
He got it.
Yeah, he was so ecstatic about it that he would go so hard on his moves that he eventually busts his own fucking shoulder.
Oh, spoiler, Abes. No,
That's exactly what happens right then and there.
And you know what's worse is in real life, they have the interviews of Mike talking, and it was known for a long time that he had a bad shoulder and that it would always kind of fuck up when he was fighting. And so they just pushed it to the limit until it really did tear. And then they took him in for what should have been a routine surgery, in and out, on with your day. But then he went into toxic shock syndrome. And I wonder if that had anything to do with drugs, but I don't know if that could have affected it.
Well, he was the good boy though, wasn't he?
They were all in drugs and steroids at that point. That's the shitty part.
Well, Mike was he was the one that was more focused on. Oh, well, he was the artistic one of the group. He could have been doing cocaine.
As depicted by the movie, he was the good boy.
It says right here, toxic shock syndrome. Few possible causes are having strep throat or viral infection, so otherwise being sick. Those only apply to women. Open cuts or wounds, surgical wounds, whatever. It's possible, like, even maybe, like, he was using non-sterile equipment or something. But basically, toxic shock syndrome is induced by having bacteria in your system.
Well, my speculation, I mean, of course, this is nothing but hearsay, but I'm like, could his immune system been compromised from the use of steroids and drugs and alcohol? And so when they did the routine surgery, he was more susceptible to the bacteria. But I do like your perspective of like, what if it wasn't completely sanitized and they didn't want to take responsibility for their mistake?
But anyways, his body temperature just like rises to like ridiculous temps and causes like massive brain damage. Isn't that what happened?
Yep. And then you see him afterwards, and like at first he almost seems like a stroke victim.
They tried to downplay it as much as possible. They made him try and do like a PR conference immediately after he was released from the hospital.
But you could see the way he was holding his hands and everything, like it didn't look natural. And then if you look at the real life footage, you truly do see the glossy eyes. Like that's what the
like
point
one of
was.
his eyes apparently looked in a complete opposite direction.
Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was fucked up, and they still like try to adamantly press like, no, he'll be ready to fight. We'll get him back in the ring as soon as possible. Like, nah, this guy's done.
And so what happens to old Mikey?
He decides to stop being a disappointment to the family.
He gets his drugs that he knows he can get his hands on from his family. He gets a sleeping bag and he goes out into the middle of buttfuck nowhere.
And a beer, right? To swallow it down.
Yep. I didn't recognize both drugs, but I did recognize the drug valerium was found in his system, as well as another drug and alcohol. And he had written several letters to his family that were found in his car, unsigned, basically saying, I'm sorry, I won't be a disappointment anymore. I'm moving on to somewhere better. So first, accident. Second, obvious Mike suicide. I fucked up as hell. Goddamn. And then what happens immediately after that, my friends?
It looks like Kevin then has to step up and fight Ric Flair for the title, but he's like too mentally fucked up over the recent events to like basically stick to the script, and he gets disqualified for hurting Flair and ignoring the referee.
That is actually what happened in real life.
Basically bottles his own career too. He's never getting a shout after that.
I don't know about you guys, but I did respect Ric Flair's attitude when he came into the locker room. Mm-hmm. When he was like, hey, yeah, I thought you were kind of a pushover, but you went hard, buddy. He wasn't even mad.
Yeah, no, he was glad someone would actually beat his ass for once.
I want to know I know this is the random, I wonder what TJ would think about that Ric Flair impression, because I saw a few people in different comments saying that was a horrible Ric Flair impression. But I wonder what TJ would have said, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, Kevin squanders his career because he truly did. Kevin was always known as the one that would go too hard, but right there, he really... The irony of the situation is the Iron Claw was known as being the thing that's like, when you're fighting in this, choreographed event, you lose control and you grab them by the face and you hold them down. But he really did lose control and grab him by the face and hold him down. It wasn't even a bit.
So interesting little bit. I kind of flew over my head when watching the movie, but they make a point about how this is kind of like a turning point in wrestling history, because the championship they were currently fighting in is being overtaken for the World Wrestling Federation, which we know today now as WWE.
WWE SmackDown.
And so at this point, after the fight with Flair, we cut to Kerry, who's now trying to train with a prosthetic foot, and he's trying to get into WWE now.
Yep. So he does succeed, as per like in real life, but his moves are limited. He obviously can't do very many jumping moves or anything like that. And so that limits him greatly. And so he really does lean into drug and alcohol abuse even more so. They didn't do a phenomenal job of depicting it in the movie, but...
It says he did actually manage to win a fight, though, with his prosthetic foot.
Well, yeah, of course. And but this is like, still, choreographed. So, I mean, we got to keep that in mind. No, in real life, like there's footage of him and you can tell he's fucked up in the ring, dude. He'd either be a no-show or he would be just blatantly fucked up on site. Was so bad, I know.
Yeah, dude is refusing to just call it quits. Like, dude, your career's over. You can't fight with that.
Yeah, in the movie they have Kevin and Kerry training in the Dallas Sportatorium, which is owned by the dad, I think is what they kind of imply. And Kevin's like, dude, you got to take a break. And then Kerry's like, no, blah, 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 blah. And so then fucking Kevin drops him on his back, and then he's like, get up. All right, then, if you want to keep going, get up. Come on, let's do it. And he does he? He fucking gets up.
Yeah, at this point, Kevin is now basically given orders from the dad to start running the business because he took over the old championship, I guess, and now owns that stadium or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's the WWCCW or something. It's basically the
WCCW or something, but it's what the WWE ultimately replaced.
That's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. So that predominantly like aired in the South, and it was like a Southern pride sort of thing and people really did take it seriously regardless of whether or not it was completely like real or anything. So we do get Carrie and we do get Kevin back in the ring, and they're fighting again. And I mean, they're abusing. You don't see it much with Kevin, which is pretty interesting. They kind of like overshoot it, but all of them were abusing drugs and alcohol and steroids. And then, okay, so here we go. You guys ready for it? This is when it's not depicted in the movie. Our youngest brother, that is not depicted in the movie whatsoever. And they didn't depict him because of both runtime and because of pacing and because...
the movie would have been too depressing if we had another person kill himself.
Another fucking human being killed himself. Yeah, so... We got Chris Von Erich, who was the youngest of them all. He had always aspired to join the team. And once his brothers were dying, he had the opportunity to step up and join. But the issue was not only did he suffer from asthma, he was like 5'4". He had brittle bones. He got a leg broken almost immediately. And so he was trying to make his way in this new world. It was Kevin, it was Chris, it was Carrie. And eventually Chris just truly said, I can't do this. And he shot himself in the fucking head. And in real life, that's the body that Kevin found. Kevin Von Erich found his younger brother, Chris, shot in the head on their family farm or their family ranch.
Goddamn.
Yep. The director, producer, the writer of this movie, Sean Durkin actually fought to have Chris in the movie, but as per the production companies, they're like, bruh, this is already like a 2-hour, 11-minute movie. We can't make a 3-hour movie about this. So they cut it. Yeah, so they didn't even depict Chris. This movie would have been even more depressing, but Chris kills himself. And then we go from there. So in context to this movie, however, we don't even see Chris. We see Carrie slowly slipping. We see Kevin having problems with his wife, even though they have this success, because he is dealing with too much and he's not always like home nowadays because he's just dealing with so much. I don't know if it's post or pre Carrie passing. Spoiler alert. Oh,
not yet. So at this point in time, he's tasked with running the WCCW, and yeah, he's facing like some pressure just with his family because he's just dealing with all this emotional fallout. And he has another kid now. He has Marshall.
Yep. Marshall matters.
Yeah, it looks like this is around the part where Carrie comes over for the holidays with that hooker or something and buys his dad a gun for Christmas. Yep. And he's like, come on, let's go shoot it. Come on. Yeah, I gotta shoot it. When you're given a gun, you gotta shoot it. And his dad's like, just trying to be like, no, I just want to spend time with my family. I'm just going to put this away for now. We could do that later. And Carrie's just like super uppity about it. He's just like offended. Like, you don't want to shoot your gun?
Yeah. No, it's clear at this point they're all like truly like broken individuals.
Yeah, they're all slowly becoming just distant from each other. Every single one of them.
Do we talk about Carrie now?
I think that happens shortly after this. Let me see if anything else happens.
Bro, that phone call, brother.
Oh, yep, he calls him later that night or something.
Dude, that phone call right there. Jesus Christ, that shit hit too hard.
That was hardcore.
I could tell that girl was like a hooker or something, because then when he asked him about her, he was like, who?
Yeah.
It was just some girl that he hired to just accompany him so he didn't show up without a date.
Yeah.
The only person other than David to mention the family curse, because nobody else talks about it other than Carrie we see in the scene. He's just like, I feel it like getting a hold of me. He's talking about the curse, about him feeling suicidal, him blah blah blah. You're just like, oh shit, here we go.
Kevin wants to help him and he's like, where are you at? I'll come get you. And he refuses to answer. He's just like, no, I can't.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm at a hotel in Dallas. He didn't give him much information.
Yeah. And then he calls his dad after Carrie hangs up, and his dad pulls the classic Von Erich strategy of, I'm not responsible for you guys. He's like, you can sort it out amongst yourselves. And he's like, bro, he told you your son is feeling suicidal and you don't give a shit?
What happens the next day?
He breaks into his own home and steals his dad's gun and goes and offs himself behind the tree.
Yep, he shoots himself in the fucking chest. In the movie, Kevin is the first to arrive to the scene. You know, he like stayed the night at his own house and then drove up to like check on the situation. And it was already too late. He heard the gunshot in the movie and he goes and he finds his brother laying there on the ground as the dad comes running like he was fucking cutting wood or some fucking bullshit. And then the dad even tries to blame him right then and there.
If only you would have sorted this out amongst yourselves.
And then what does he fucking do? Kevin says, you know, finally someone steps up to this piece of shit.
Just snaps at his dad and just attacks him.
Starts choking his ass out. Yeah, right then and there. Yeah, it's like, of course that was like hyper violent. Like, you know, it was hyper violent, but it was violent. It was like a lot. But it's like at that moment, I completely understood where he was coming from. Like this man, all he did was fucking yap. And so it was time finally. Somebody fucking told him to shut the fuck up. Jesus.
Yeah, and then he ultimately decides not to go through with it and just leaves his sorry ass there and just pretty much just like walks out on his parents, just never to see them again.
In real life, the dad found Carrie. So Kevin had found Chris, the younger brother's not depicted. And then the dad actually did find Carrie on the ranch, shot himself in the chest.
Yeah, and then the sad part is how he carries lifeless corpse and sets it on their dinner table. I remember watching that and I was just thinking, I don't think they will ever sit at that dinner table the same way ever again, just knowing that his body was laying there.
I know, post this is when Kevin truly says, fucking, I'm selling this company. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, and then I forgot at what point, but he did also call out his dad for fixing the books because he looked at like all their accounting information now that he has access to it, and he was trying to do numbers just to like see if he could save the business, and that's when he realizes that their dad has been like shorting all their funds for like years. So all the money they should have been making, he's been slowly collecting himself, and he feels like he's owed it because he's responsible for their success.
You think this was all free? You think the roof over your head, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Dad, I thought you were supporting our dream because it wasn't even my dream. It was, you know, like that's just the thing. It's like, we were literally doing this for you. And then you have the audacity to say something like that, you piece of shit.
Yeah. And so, yeah, he goes against his father's wishes and he sells it regardless. It's like, I want nothing to do with this shit. And pieces out, never to interact with them again, at least for the movie narrative's sake. One thing I did like that happened as like we're just watching the fallout of now everyone in this family's fucking dead at this point. One scene I did really like, just the way it plays out. It kind of avoids like a cliche to me. But when Fritz comes home after like working out in the yard or some whatever and asks his wife where's the dinner at, and she's like, I didn't feel like cooking. She's just painting, just doing her own thing. And you would expect like a toxic masculine dude to like lose it at her, but no, he just looks kind of defeated at that point. Like, I see. Like, okay, I see why you didn't make dinner. Yeah, I get it.
In real life, the mom divorces the dad. She says, this is obviously your fucking fault for all of our
killing
sons.
All our children.
Borderline, like literally the majority of our sons have died from suicide because of you, you fucking piece of shit. And so she divorces him in real life.
Wow.
But then we get the scene that me and Papa Nasty were talking about before.
The one that breaks everyone that watched this movie. If you didn't break before you break here.
Tell me, I want to hear about it, Papa Nasty. Tell me about that scene.
So the next scene we see the Kevin and his kids are playing. They're all, you know, playing football. Kevin's watching them and he is just crying. And you're like, why is he crying? You're like, this is a weird, kind of a happy scene that his kids are playing together. And then the kids go up to him and they're like, Dad, why are you crying? And he explains to them, I used to be a brother. Now I'm not a brother anymore. And then he's crying profusely. The kids are crying. And they tell him, I'll be your brother, Dad.
No. Oh, okay. Hold on. Before we go this far, I wanna hop in here too.
I thought I had it.
I gotta hop in here. He's like, I'm sorry to be crying in front of you. You know, men don't cry. I shouldn't be crying.
Man shouldn't do this in front of his sons.
And then the sons are like, it's okay to cry.
We cry too.
Oh, we cry all the time. No, that's funny.
Damn it. I thought I had it.
I know you had it. No, that was great though. The first delivery was great. But yeah, then the sons are literally like, it's okay to cry. We cry all the time, Dad. And then that's when they're like, it's okay, Dad. We'll be your brothers.
Yeah, let's keep that.
Oh, it was so sweet. And then he runs off, starts playing football with his brothers.
He's breaking the Von Erich curse for real. Generational trauma.
I love how he's still crying, but he gets up and he's just like playing with them, and it's actually a really touching moment because the ending is like, oh, okay, is Zac Efron going to be a dad at that age? No way. But it's still a funny, like, touching moment. It's like, okay, it's sweet, and they start breaking down the actual truths of what happened to the family.
We also skipped over another heartbreaking scene, the afterlife scene where we see Carrie just like chilling on the boat or something, going to meet his brothers, and he sees that he has his foot now, and then he meets David and Mike.
Abel, break it down. Fucking, let's make these fuckers cry. All right, start from the beginning.
Yeah. I'll make them cry, Abel. Make them cry.
Abel, get him. Fucking get him.
It just abruptly, we just like cut to like Carrie chilling on this boat, like just floating down the river in what we assume is the afterlife. And then he gets up out of the boat. He sees that he has his foot now, and he like, oh, hi. And then he sees David and Mike. They come to greet him. And then you also get to see the part. This is the part that like for sure just like breaks me, is like, oh, you must be my oldest brother. This little like 1-year-old kid or something. Like, you must be my older brother, Jack Jr. And they all kind of have like this heartwarming, like, they kind of laugh about it, like the absurdity of it. Like, this is our oldest brother and he's a fucking child.
And they walk off into the distance together.
Yeah,
they all hug, and it's really a beautiful scene.
You know how he died, and it's really sad, but you know how he died in real life.
Jesus, all right, let's go, Eric. Come on.
I know, I'm sorry, but I had to do the research, and if I'm traumatized, you're traumatized too.
You're such an asshole. Let's
so
go.
it was back. It was back when they were still traveling around in the trailer for the dad shows, and they had stayed at a specific like trailer site, and the son was left unsupervised, unattended. He went out and like touched, like, it was like one of the ports where they would plug in the trailers. He touched one of those, electrocuted himself, fell face first into a snow puddle, and drowned.
Eric Westfall, everybody, the comedian of the group.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
The Von Erich curse is just familial irresponsibility.
Yeah, that's really what it all comes down to. Like, the lack of supervision, the lack of like general concern for the actual boys.
Just blaming it on a superstitious curse.
Whatever happened to the dad?
Apparently in real life he killed himself.
Did he? I didn't even know that.
I think so.
I didn't even know that. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be surprised, but I didn't know.
Nah, he died of brain and lung cancer in his home or something.
It was brain and lung cancer. I
read that Kevin did like experience like some emotional grief at that point still.
Yeah, it was okay. So not to justify his actions, but the speculation was maybe he was a kind of a piece of shit because of the brain and lung cancer that he was experiencing, lack of knowing. But regardless, he was still a bad man. What's great is the movie ends with, Kevin Von Erich with his children, and he goes on, I think, to have 2 more children. I think he has 4 total. As opposed to plenty of the movie being kind of dark, this is probably the most brightly lit moment that you get. That isn't them, under the beating sun. It's them like truly enjoying this. And then if you guys want a great aftermath, at the very least, is Kevin and his wife Pam go on to purchase a ranch where they have their children come and stay. Like, the children live with them and the grandchildren. So everybody comes and lives at this ranch. And he truly, like, after all that has happened, Kevin and Pam truly do appreciate that familiar bond, and they want to do it right and do it justice. And you think after all of this is said and done that no one would touch wrestling, but actually 2 of Kevin's sons went on to do wrestling, and it turned out Carrie had a daughter before he passed, and Carrie's daughter went on to do wrestling as well.
Wow.
And the movie ends with like a little, where are they now, little tidbit, and says that the Von Erich family was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2009, cementing their legacy pretty much.
So we got to rate it now. I know after we just had this depressing pod, we're doing a comedy next. That's all I got to say. I apologize for picking this shit. I don't know if I'm ever going to do something this heavy again. I mean, we will, but I need some time.
I think that's the joy of the film, though, is that it's so heavy and that it's such a great film that, like, it makes you feel this way. Like, that's a good film.
It is. It's one of those movies where, like, you need to feel those way, because it did make me want to appreciate my family more than I do. It's just like I want to reach out and make sure everyone's doing good. Well, guys, I know I picked it. I mean, Abel saw it first, but do you vouch for me?
Vouch for you. I vouch for you, sir.
I vouch for you.
Nice. All right. Well, kill, rewatch, Mary. What do you guys got here?
I think this might be the rare kill because I don't think we should ever watch this movie again.
I would say watch.
It was worth the rewatch, but like, I don't know how many times I would ever rewatch this movie.
I would watch it again.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to say, I think I would actually marry this movie. I know it's one of those movies that, like, it hits really hard. I mean, I watched it like in the dead of night. It was like probably 11. I think I finished it at 1 a.m. and I was watching it on my TV. And so, I mean, my landlord is home. And so I was trying to turn the TV down. So I didn't get I wanted to fully immerse myself and like cry my fucking eyes out the whole movie. So I would marry this. This is a movie that I would recommend to other people. Just be ready for it as best you can. And it's a movie I will revisit.
Just send him in blind.
I know, just the way Abel did. You fucking send him in blind, traumatize him. This is one I will. I marry this because I'm going to watch this every few years. And I know the further I go in my life, the more meaningful this movie's going to be. And that's almost what scares me and why I would marry it.
You know what? I agree with Abel. Eric. Sorry. I'd marry this film also.
We got 2 marries and a kill. Understandable. I think that's probably like the craziest record we have so far. Honestly, some of them were all like, yeah, I'd rewatch it. Yeah, you know, it's good. No, this is a wild one. I like that. That's real cool. Heck yeah.
Generational trauma, like everyone can relate.
Yeah. Nothing like generational trauma to bring us all together. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's just because of that, but also, would we even say this is the best A24 film we've reviewed? Too? Could that even be a conversation we have?
I guess, well, considering we did Talk to Me, which, you know, is not going to be released to the public, but we will redo it.
I am a big fan of the Vouch still.
The what?
The Witch. I just pronounce it Vouch because it's 2 V's.
Oh, no. I'm not going to watch that.
I'm a big fan of that one. And The Lighthouse.
I'll watch The Lighthouse, but I can't watch The Witch.
The Lighthouse is awesome. It's on Max. The one with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, we will get... Well, I'm going to get you guys to redo Talk to Me. But still, of these 2 films, this one does hit harder because of the familial bond. The other one is cool because of its, you know, symbols and shit. But
scary.
Yeah, this one is still technically... This wasn't like, wow, what a cool concept. I mean, it was. I mean, it was cool wrestling shit. But it's like, this wrestling was almost secondary because of...
If you want to get into like a rabbit hole of symbolism, watch The Lighthouse. Like we don't have to do like an episode of it, but like in passing, check it out. It's a really good movie.
I mean, brother, if we end up doing one of these a week, we're bound to do every movie we ever thought was good. We're doing SpongeBob SquarePants the movie at some point. I'm not doing it anytime soon, but I'm sure
The Rescuers Down Under.
Dude, I know. I'm sure year 2 we're gonna start getting some crazy picks.
Oh, you know what would be a fire one to talk about? The Iron Giant.
Agreed.
Ooh,
Agreed.
I've been wanting to also watch the Pirates of the Caribbean series.
I rewatched them recently. They're still good. They're still so good.
The first one is, of course, still the best.
The second one, Dead Man's Chest, is low-key the best one, I swear to God. Like, on hot take, everyone always puts, like, Curse of the Black Pearl up there. I'm like, no, hot take, Dead Man's Chest is better.
He's like, I've only been captain for 3 years. He's like, well, then you were a poor captain. The way he talks,
but a captain nonetheless.
And a captain nonetheless. Like, the CGI is great. The fucking talking, you see the emotions in his face.
I saw this meme about it. People were like, how was CGI in 2006 so fucking good? And someone said, the CGI was such a new thing back then, they didn't know how to cut corners.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, wait, hold up. We have to make a decision real quick. I just did mine. And so, who's next? You decide. Epic rap battles of history. Do you have one in the tank, Abel? Do you know what you're picking next?
I got a couple in mind. There was like a couple, but now I'm blanking what they were. I was going to mention them at some point.
Bad News Bears. Iron Man.
Sandlot.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Oh my God, that movie's so fucking dumb.
I haven't even seen it. I used to love Brother Bear.
It's still a good movie. I agree.
I think that movie would hit harder now that I'm old enough to understand the ramifications of a lot of it.
True. Cultural fucking, yeah, all that shit. All right, I mean, we don't have to talk about it right now, but I mean, let's just hear, I guess, what do you have a few things in the tank then?
Yeah, so one I definitely like wanted to share was Rush at some point. Rush is really good. It's a racing movie with Daniel Bruhl and Chris Hemsworth.
Oh shit! Okay.
It's on Netflix. It's been on there for a long time.
What's the one you and I watched together?
It was Rush.
Okay, cool. I want to rewatch that because it was a deep movie, but it also wasn't like traumatizing like this one.
It was a parody version, Rush This Dick Into Your Asshole, where Chris Hunksworth puts his big wiener in.
Okay, so you gotta stop. Okay, I'm just gonna put out a recommendation. Stop checking if these movies are on Pornhub because you're just gonna find these what you're talking about right now. So like it's just not gonna work.
Step Siblings 5.
Yeah, okay. The movie we reviewed right now was the Iron Claw. Yeah, I know you looked up the Iron Cock, but that's not the movie we were reviewing right now. So we're just gonna need to take a step back.
No, it was the Iron Claw, my cunt. That's what it was called.
Yeah. Oh, yep. That's the acclaimed.
Yes.
You know, when this movie came out, all I could think of whenever I read the title was just the little green man from Toy Story saying the claw.
You know, after I found out the nature of the Iron Claw, it kept making me think of Jim Carrey. Oh no, it's the claw. It had to be a reference.
Yeah. Dude, no. The wife, the mom, was in that film.
No way.
Yeah, the mom, Jim Carrey's wife in the film, like he's like trying to bring back the wife, is also the mom of the fucking Van Eriks.
That's fucking
She was in
insane.
that film.
Oh my god, yeah, she is. I vouch for him. Yes, she was.
Thank you, Abel. Thank you.
That's crazy. That's probably the craziest trivia of all of this. That's awesome.
We got to
Dude,
throw that
what,
in there.
great deep cut. Holy shit, dude.
He was like, where have I seen this woman before?
She looks rough. I think this is the second film I've seen her in, other than that movie. Now I'm thinking about it.
Still a good actress.
Yeah, still great actress, but the second film I think I've seen her in.
There's something that recently reminded me of Liar Liar, and I can't recall.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to Vouch for Me. Eric, great fucking choice. You fucking asshole made us all tear up or cry multiple times. Abraham Lincoln signing out.
Later, y'all.
Eric Westfall
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
and Papa Nasty. We love you guys. Thank you for listening. Again, we're looking for sponsorship, so get back to us. We love you guys. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.